Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to a special divine reading. I say it's special because I've done a reading on divine flow, but not quite with these decks that I was guided to do. So this is going to be an extended special divine flow reading to get divine guidance on how to be and stay in divine flow. So I'm going with it. So first we'll literally use the divine flow deck and find out what we can do to be and stay in divine flow, especially at this time. Whenever you find this video, but we're in a state of transformation, everything's shifting, and I want to get clear messages on how to be and stay in divine flow at this time. We're getting a lot of cards and readings about riding the energy, riding your energy, riding the energy of the world as we're going through these shifts and transformations. So let's get how to be and stay in divine flow. What would help us to stay in divine flow at this time? Literally to stay in, we're staying in, how to stay in divine flow. They love to have a play on words. We got two, wow. We already have three that just came out. I want to do it in the order. Wow, I love these cards. I find them so pretty. Okay, so for the first one, look at this purple. Such divine, right? Oh my gosh. Divine light, divine guidance, divine wisdom. We have divine potential, control. It's about control, divine potential. I surrender to love and trust my soul to create divine flow in my life. Yes, they always say surrender and do. Rather than strategize and everything, surrender and do. And no times like the present and what we're going through right now. Surrender to love, surrender more to the divine, and trust that your soul will create the divine flow in your life. And the potential obstacles are controlling myself and others, blocks life flow, and only creates more of the anxiety I want to control. The divine perspective is I gain control by letting go of control. And if there ever was a time where we have to give up the reins of control, it's now. It's going with the divine flow, surrender and do, and feel relief in that. Just even saying that, it's loosening the reins on control. There's so much we can't control right now. And instead of trying to over control what we can't control, it's letting it go. Surrender and do, surrender the control, and trust that your soul will create the divine flow in your life by surrendering that control. We have soul. The divine potential is I live as my soul and my enlightened self bring more light into this world with every thought, word, and action. I live as my soul and my enlightened self bring more light into this world with every thought, word, and action. The potential obstacles, listening to the will of my personality and denying my soul's light may cause me to make unwise decisions. The divine perspective is I now let the clear whispers of my soul be my driving force. There's surrender and do. It's really giving up your control, going within, having your divine connection, and not denying the whispers of what you're getting with the divine guidance, divine intuition, and you listen to your enlightened self. When you connect with the divine, it's the divine wisdom that you're listening to rather than your ego, rather than when they're saying the personality. It's really surrendering, not denying your soul's light, your soul's wisdom, your soul's guidance. And you hear, we've been getting a lot about the ear chakra, opening up the third eye and the ear chakra. You're very much connected with your divine wisdom and intuition, and give relief of loosening the reins of control. Surrender to your divine guidance. That's the soul's light, and that's the light you're going to want to follow, especially now. They kept on saying we're like the light at the end of the tunnel. You hold so much light in the middle of the tunnel that it floods the entirety of the tunnel, that you could see light at the end of the tunnel. So when we're metaphorically in the middle of a tunnel, you hold such light. Divine link with your divine soul, your divine light for the wisdom, the guidance. You'll find your way rather than relying on your personality, your ego, that. Surrender that as well. So surrender the control, surrender your ego, and shift higher to your higher self and follow that light, and let the clear whispers of your soul be your driving force. It's like really tapping in within and being the high priestess and following your divine guidance, your higher self. Then the next one we have is stillness. Yeah, it is going within for those answers. Every reading I've been getting recently was tapping within for the answers. You already know the answers. Listen to the stirrings in your heart, in your third eye, in your mind, the divine inspirations, the divine ideas. And if you don't quite know yet, loosen the control and go within because it will come through. And maybe have a little patience. Maybe you don't get it in the next 5 minutes. But if you're unclear, wait till tomorrow. It will come. Stillness. And it says, in stillness, the potential is, in stillness, I hear the messages of my soul. And the potential obstacles is stress and giving priority to unimportant things instead of the people I love only creates more stress. The divine perspective is I make room for stillness every day. So it's time to quiet the mind and go within and to relieve, unburden your stress and go within. And don't put any, I have to have the answer. Like if you go within for the answer and you're not getting it in the moment, you can pause for longer than just a moment or a day. Let it come to you. Let it be of divine. I'm finding that's happening. I think it's because of the state of flux that we're in right now, where if you're not sure, instead of putting extra burden on yourself that you have to know the answer or the direction or the whatever, it could be, sometimes divine timing. Maybe the answer is not available today. Maybe it will be tomorrow. Don't stress in the meantime. Always tap into your divine guidance and follow your higher self. Know when you're reacting from a lower energy, when it's coming from fear or doubt or anxiety or stress. Loosen the controls, go back within to tap in more divinely. And you're tapping into more divine qualities. And that's what they're making me say. So, like, I want to say my personality is one of impatience. So, if I want an answer, I'm saying, give me the answer right this minute. Like, what should I pour my energy, attention into? Well, maybe it's not coming right now. I shouldn't over control and put more stress on myself. Just release the controls, remain tapped in divinely, go within to stillness, and welcome that I'll get the divine whisper, maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow, but I'll wait for it. Rather than act impatiently, filled with old control patterns or going from an ego personality perspective, it's working all of those divine qualities together. And that's what they're making me say, because just saying that, it's very relieving. They want us to be light in spirit. You know when you're divinely connected, when there is a lightness in your being, you feel the energy is physically lighter. You feel lighter. I don't know. Sometimes I don't have the words for everything I'm getting, but when you shift, and actually that word shift has been coming through as spirit messages too. When you feel you're sinking energetically, you don't even have to define it. If you're feeling that you've been more negative or more stressed or more controlling or more impatient with knowing the answers or what to do, shift. That's the word they gave me, shift. And shift, do something else, think of something else, shift to gratitude, shift to another action, shift to something. All you have to say is shift, and you immediately shift your thoughts, what you're doing physically, shift it to another action, shift it to another thought. It immediately links you to divine. You're shifting into the gear of divine. And so no matter what is happening or not happening, make sure you have shifted to the gear of the divine. If that makes sense. But they gave that to me this morning too, because, things happen and it's like, no, shift. You can't entertain that for too long. And you'll feel it in your body. You'll feel it in your energy when you're shifting to not a divine channel, literally. And usually it's over controlling, it's a demanding the answers right this second, impatience, it's negativity or stress, all that's not a divine gear. So if you think of it like that, and you can just shift. They gave that to me, so I wanted to share that with you. So again, it's control, giving up control, remain tapped into your higher self, stillness, going within so that you can tap to that gear. It's going within. And we have this card. Look how beautiful this is. I love these cards. The images are so gentle and soothing. Harmony. It's harmony. Yes, we're creating harmony. The divine potential is every cell in my body and all my energy vibrates with celestial harmony. The potential obstacles is stressing, again with the stressing about giving unimportant things priority. That's the second time they've talked about unimportant things. Stressing is when you're giving unimportant things priority over my own well-being. That creates disharmony in my life and emotions. They're underscoring what they made me say before. When you want to shift, if you're feeling you're stressing, you're trying to over control, you're impatient, any of those things, shift. It just means you're giving priority to unimportant things. Shift, because you want harmony. You'll feel it energetically in your body that you've released the stress, you've released the control, you've surrendered it. So you will feel the shift. You will. And it's only because you're giving unimportant things priority over your own well-being. So choose your own well-being. This is what they're really underscoring. Choose your own well-being. So when you feel it inside, choose in that moment, rather than giving your energy and your focus of your mind to unimportant things, choose shift to your own well-being, because what you're doing is not creating well-being. And you'll feel that energetically in your body, in your mind. Even your brain starts to hurt after a while if you're mulling over the wrong thoughts too much. It creates disharmony in my life and my emotions. Divine perspective is I choose harmony in every moment. Harmony is my natural state of being. And when you think that your harmony is your natural state of being, your well-being is your natural state. Anything else that's causing ripples in the waters for you, you shift. You have to shift to a divine gear so you're creating less waves and you're in harmony. I know I'm using a lot of metaphors and analogies, but that's how they work with me. They always give me a play on words or a metaphor of some sort. But here, it's really releasing control. Tap into your divine soul, your higher self. Just when I said your higher self, it was 11:11 on this video. It's really at your center core. You're aligned to your higher self at all times. That's how you're going to remain in divine flow. Give up the over control. If you tend to be controlling or stressing or anything, go into stillness and create that harmony within yourself. You shift. You shift. And you'll create well-being and harmony. I feel like they want one more. Let's see. Is there any other? Oh, I got chills. This is really profound what they're giving us. It's almost like a roadmap. They are giving us the roadmap. Okay, that's it. All right, so is there anything, power of surrender? What can we surrender that would help us maintain this divine flow, be in divine flow, and stay in divine flow? Is there anything that we can surrender that would help us remain in divine flow? Wow, I have chills all over my body because I feel like, yeah, surrender your addictions. And I have to tell you, it's the old patterns that we have of the over-controlling, of the over-stressing, of the over not doing this. It's a habit. It's a pattern. It's almost unconscious. Surrender those addictions. Surrender to that because you want to take the mess. Look at how it's illuminated here. You really want to see how you're not doing this. That's what I'm getting. Whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal that addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. And what they were saying before is the healthy alternative. You shift. You create harmony for yourself in the moment. You stay connected divinely. You recognize your own energy and what you're pouring your mind, your energy, your focus in, and you shift accordingly if you feel you're overstressing, overburdening yourself. Yeah, surrender the frustration. Surrender any frustration you have in the process of what's going on. We're just surrendering that. Surrender to what is right now. You're not fighting the current. Here, frustration doesn't even open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. Look, this came out, it's very mirroring the stillness card when they said you take a breath, you center yourself and regroup so you can approach the situation more calmly. You go into stillness. You release the stress and giving priority to unimportant things. Whenever you're frustrated, you're giving priority to unimportant things right now. The important thing is to create harmony, go within and shift so you have an overall state of well-being, of harmony. You don't have to be frustrated by the situations. That's part of, having this control factor creeping in because you're trying to control a situation you can't control. You're frustrated by the way something is being handled or done. Yeah, so wow, that almost wanted to flip over. But I can see how all these cards are supporting each other. What else? Is there anything else that we can surrender so that we can, in the moment, surrender? Surrender to joy. You surrender to frustration, surrender to your addictions of trying to over-control, surrender to more joy. That's the shift. That is totally the shift to set yourself free and to be more in divine flow. Literally. And so funny was because before, and I didn't have the space to do it on YouTube, but they wanted it to be the divine flow to fly on. And this card is so like flying. And when you're in divine flow, you do feel like you're effortlessly flying. And that is the sense of what you want to feel. So going back here, when you're not feeling this way, literally this image in the card, it means you're giving too much attention to unimportant things. You're sacrificing your overall being, your well-being for unimportant things. Just shift because you want to feel like this, light in spirit. And they kept on saying, it's us that does that. I posted a spirit message very recently. Very often it's us. To make it easier, be easier on yourself. We put too much on ourselves. We're addicted to over controlling. We're addicted to frustration. We're addicted to insisting on things right away, impatience. We're insisting, it's us doing that. And when we surrender that and surrender to joy, that's the shift. And it says a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. That is key. If the times do not have to be easy for you to shift and surrender to more joy. They keep on giving this message. This is probably the hardest time collectively we've ever lived through. And the consistent message is to uplift your spirit, surrender to more joy. In the moment, choose joy, choose well-being, choose that. Don't insist on the old patternings and addictions of holding on to over-controlling, impatience, anything. So it's just so clear. That's the shift. We're shifting from frustration to joy, from over-controlling to letting go, to your insistence, your personality traits to your higher self. That's the gear, your divine self in the moment. What's the goddess guidance as we do this? What's the goddess guidance to stay in divine flow? What is the goddess guidance to stay in divine flow? It's a golden opportunity. That's what they're giving us. And look, it's all waters and being. Look at this. To be in divine flow. I mean, look at her. How free and how aligned and how naked almost in this divine flow, and happy and at peace and in her fullness. It's a golden opportunity to be this in the flow. Look at this. I mean, look, there's a wave here, whether it's calm waters or rough waters, like a huge wave behind her. It's this beautiful fullness of being in the moment, no matter what's going on in the waters here. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. That's how we're supposed to go forward. Always in the moment, no matter what's going on. Just like they said, surrender to joy during both the hard and easy times. You keep surrendering to more joy. You keep flying forward in lightness of being, knowing golden opportunities are coming in, no matter what it looks like right now. Ironically, we keep on stay open to new opportunities over and over again, even in these times. Important doors are opening. As much as important doors of the past have been closing, and old ways have been ending or shifting, I want to say, and transitioning. Important doors are opening right now. Walk through them. There are new ways to do things, new ways to try things, new ways. Things are shifting. We're all being very creative. There are new ways. There are golden opportunities opening up. And to go through this way, to keep reading, flying forward with more joy, lightness of being through these new important doors that are opening. And to always feel that. Sensitivity. Yes, this is such sensitivity. We're all very sensitive at this time to energies, our own and others. It's a blessing as much as it makes it harder. Always pay attention to your energy levels right now, what you're taking in right now. Claim peace for yourself as well. And honor your sensitivity, I want to say. It's a time to really be in touch with and honor your sensitivity at this time. First of all, it's a blessing to this world, but you also have to really take care of and protect your sensitivity. And it says you're becoming increasingly sensitive. Avoid those harsh relationships, environments, situations, and chemicals. This is like a divine cleanse out. We're all getting more sensitive. We're also being more, I want to say, we're letting go much more easily of harsher relationships, toxicity, environment, situations, chemicals. When you talk about how we're washing everything down, we're being very protective of what we're coming in contact with. But it's all over the place, spiritually, physically, everything. We're very much aware of what we're coming in contact with. And it's very ironic that in this day and age, we're coming contact with toxicity, literally with this virus, but also very aware of other people's energies, the energies of different environments, toxic environments, we're cleansing all that out. And it's really a divine opportunity to do that and let go of all of that. It's to honor your sensitivity, and rather than almost talk down your sensitivity, it's almost like propping your sensitivity up, paying real attention to that, and getting rid of the toxicity, the harsh relationships, all of that, taking those actions. Where in the old days, we may have just tried to out-talk our sensitivity or override our sensitivity. Now it's honoring our sensitivity and clearing up the toxicity. You know what I mean? It's like a reverse actions. And because why? We're birthing the new here. And golden opportunities and birthing the new. This came out in the overall weekly spirit reading. That is what's happening here. We're birthing new conditions. And it says, it's the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. And that's what we're doing. And so it's really breeding the new now during this transition time. And in the meantime, of course, for births and everything, you let go of the control over control. You let go of frustration. You surrender more to joy. You are going forward with creating the new now. And that's what they want us to embrace, to stay in divine flow, not fight the current. The current is moving forward on birthing new things, new inspirations, new ideas, new creativity, new ways of doing things. You don't want to over control that birth. Okay, so let's get some literal messages from heaven now as we're birthing the new now and staying in divine flow. What would help us stay in divine flow as we birth the new? We have, oh my gosh, believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you. That's what it is. Believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you as you're going forward, as we're birthing the new, as we're about to soar forward into new territory. Wow. Talk to us. We are still listening. They're helping us all through here. You're not doing this alone. Through this time, they're probably even whispering you the divine ideas and inspirations. And look, we will assist you in helping the important people in your life use love. See how they're crisscrossing, almost forming a heart here? You're crisscrossing paths with people being of divine support, comfort, guidance to others at this time. We're all helping each other right now. The divine is using you to help others divinely. We're all part of divine source. So divine uses you to come crisscross and be there for other people at this time. They're literally assisting you in helping people in your life use love. That's where we're all coming from. We're all using love to create new conditions, to work together, to support each other, to be there for each other. The divine is whispering in our ears on ideas and ways to go and be there for each other and crisscross and help people in your life. So the divine is using other people at this time. When they said, talk to us, we're still listening, they're literally saying, you can lean on us for support. And that also goes back to tapping into your higher self, going within for the answers, because they're giving you the answers, the guidance. And they're using you also to crisscross with others. You're a divine support, comfort, and guidance to others as they are for you. Believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you. They want us to be strong, fired up, going forward. And here we have change. You can't make this up. Changes can bring you new life and energy. We will hold your hand. They know this is such a time of change, transition, transformations. They're literally holding, I have chills. They literally are holding our hands, doing the steps, going forward. We're not doing it alone. They're holding our hands through this whole journey. Changes, there's so many changes going on individually, collectively, globally. Changes can bring the new life. That's what we're heading towards. That's what we're walking forward with. It could bring new life and energy. We will hold your hand. Like they said, talk to us. We're still listening. You're not doing this alone. They want you to believe in yourself, your abilities. We believe in you. We will assist you in helping the people in your life use love. They're holding your hand. Changes can bring you new life and energy. We are going to hold your hand through it. And they are. They really are. Let's get some guardian angels messages for the divine flow reading. This is beautiful. It's like acknowledging all the changes that's happening, to believe in yourself and your abilities. Help other people. We're birthing the new. You're probably getting divine inspirations, ways to go, be creative. Release the old addictions that keep you stuck in a moment. Always connect to your higher self. Go within. Release control, impatience, all that. Shift. It kept on saying shift gears to your divine self, because that will help you stay in divine flow as we walk through these changes that are going to bring new projects, new things into this world. And we have prayer. Wow. Dear guardian angel, to you I pray. When I'm fearful, help me remember that only love is real. That's the shift. They want us to shift to that in the moment for our overall well-being. When I'm lost, help me find my way. When I'm confused, help me to regain clarity. When I feel lonely, help me feel your loving presence. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see the order. Thank you. This is, I can't believe it. It is literally everything here. Change, we're holding your hand, walking through it. Talk to us, we're still listening. Uh, it's all of this, the new things coming in. It's saying, when I'm fearful, help me remember only love is real. When I'm lost, help me find my way. They're holding our hands, they're guiding us. When I'm confused, help me to regain the clarity. They told us to be still, go within for the answers, tap into your divine guidance. When I feel lonely, help me to feel your loving presence. They're holding our hands through the changes, walking us through, and they literally said, talk to us, we're still listening. When I perceive chaos, this is huge. Where I perceive chaos, help me to see the order. There is divine order. As much as it seems chaotic right now, release your control. That it's going back to that, because where everything seems very chaotic right now, but it's not. There is divine order, acceptance. There is nothing in your life to fix, only the disowned parts of you that yearn for love and acceptance. You are beautiful just as you are, regardless of any faults you may perceive you have. You are an eternally radiant being of light. Accept all that you are and just be you. When you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically and lovingly transform. It's acceptance of yourself, and be, like they said, to make it easier, be easier on yourself. And we have to really be there for ourselves, and acceptance, judgment. Let go of your fear of being judged. You're good enough. It is time to unlock all that you have kept safely locked away in your heart. Your true essence and potential have been restricted by structure and method for long enough. There is no right or wrong way, just be you. This part about your true essence and potential has been restricted. There's a lot that's just being revealed right now. Everybody's stepping forth, being very authentic and genuine. And there's no right or wrong way. Everybody's coming forward as they are. It's just a moment where everyone's rising to the occasion and being there for each other, and releasing all the old blocks and judgments that would block us in the past. It's kind of like affirmation. Wow, be aware of your language and thoughts. The most powerful statement that you can ever make, think, or feel is thank you. Be grateful for all the blessings in your life. As we acknowledge the divine order of the life, the universe responds with ever greater blessings. You are a powerful creator. All you say and think resonates through the heart of creation, and creation responds accordingly. This part, you are a powerful creator, and you are birthing the new. We are birthing the new here. They're golden opportunities, and we're birthing the new. Believe in yourself and your abilities as we believe in you. Look at this, golden opportunities, birthing the new. And they're saying, believe in yourself and your abilities. We believe in you. You are to believe in you too. That is what's really coming through too as we go forward. That also is the shift to a divine gear when you believe in yourself as well. It's just the divine saying, we believe in you, you believe in you. Okay, let's end it with a blessing. Oh my gosh, my life is a treasure. My life is a treasure. Just like when they said, they did say in there about the blessing your life. The life which I have now is rich and beautiful, intricate and valuable. I cherish the abundance which has come to my door. I take the time and attention to focus on the precise components of my life which please me. Again, they're saying you shift gears to what you appreciate in your life, to what's valuable in your life. A lot of the beginning cards was about us putting too much focus on the unimportant in life, and you have to know right now how valuable your life is, everything that it's filled with. We have a new appreciation for what's valuable, for what's important, how blessed we are. Ironically, with so much taken away, what blessings we do have, what abundance we do have. Isn't that ironic? When we're not making the money, when we don't have the job, when we don't have this, we don't have that. It's the relationships, it's the love, it's the connections, it's the family, it's the friends, it's that we valuable, we cherish, we're abundant. And that's what we focus on. We focus on the positive, we focus on all we have, we focus on all that's rich and beautiful and valuable. That's abundance. And that is what we take the time to, and attention to focus on. And that's what's important. You focus on the things that are pleasing to you, and you realize my life is a treasure right now. And then that's also what you're attracting, and that's your core power for birthing the new. Let's see, what are our other blessings? And that is the blessing through this time that we treasure. There's such a new appreciation. Loving kindness is like the new currency. That's what they kept on saying. Loving kindness is the new currency. Let it always be the new currency. That's truly what's valuable. You talk about riches, loving kindness, a beautiful harvest. Oh my gosh, a beautiful harvest. Look, we got fertility, and we had golden opportunities, beautiful harvest. I cherish the companions Spirit has given me. Yeah, I honor those who share my life. I bless their talents, abilities, gifts, personalities. I see them as divinely led, divinely placed in connection to me and to our mutual unfolding. And that is so divine. That is what's happening right now. We're blessing each other. Everybody's rising to the occasion, sharing their gifts, their talents, their abilities, all of this. We're being there for each other. And like I said, I see them as divinely led. Divine is using all of us as divine source for each other. We're all being divinely led, divinely placed, and they're all connecting to you who's watching. You have such people around you, connections around you. I cherish those companions. That's part of your life being a treasure. A beautiful harvest is being made through your connections, what we're planting now through our connections, our loved ones. From this place right now, what we're growing and manifesting is beautiful because we're being there for each other and connecting and growing to new levels together. And I love how Source is using all of us so divinely at this time to birth the new. When you talk about a beautiful harvest, look, fertility, beautiful harvest, it's all of us planting these seeds together through our talents, our abilities, through being there for each other with love and kindness. We're building that beautiful harvest together. That's what's really coming through. That's giving me chills right now. Too much is coming over, but we have peaceful expansion. I am a field resting in the sun. My dreams germinate and grow within the security of divine love. Grace dreams with me and through me. All of my dreams are divine in origin. All of my dreams are divinely fulfilled. We're all dreaming together. We're all working together. Like I kept on saying, we're planting those seeds together, and we're building this beautiful harvest, and it's going to grow within the security of divine love. And it's just beautiful. It's like it's a peaceful expansion. It's a peaceful expansion because we're all connecting from this divine heart at this time. And so it's going to be an expansion at this time of all that's truly valuable. You cannot make this up. We've been divinely led. This is the whole thing. We're all being divinely led at this time. We're all being divinely there for each other. Like they kept on saying, divine is using all of us, all our talents, our gifts, our personalities, using each of us divinely. And we're so tapped in to be divinely led at this moment, to be a part of that divine source for each other, for this beautiful harvest and expansion. And it says, I am blessed by the guidance of spirit in many forms. I open my heart and my mind to the influence of higher forces. Again, going back to back here to the soul, you're always tapped in. Oh, wow, it was now 33:33 when I said you're always tapped into the divine. 333, like that's ascended masters and archangel numbers. You're always connected to divine and be a divine channel so that you are divinely led at this time. And it says, I'm blessed by the guidance of spirit in many forms. I open my heart and my mind to the influence of higher forces. I relinquish my definition of myself as small and limited. I invite guidance and inspiration. I welcome new thoughts and perceptions, larger perspectives and possibilities. This is literally the exclamation point on every card here because we talked about birthing the new and golden opportunities and fertility, tapping into divine guidance, going within for that, and always being connected to divine source and higher divine guidance and wisdom. And it's literally reiterating everything here. I'm blessed by the guidance of spirit in many forms. I open my heart and mind to the influence of higher forces. That's where we stay connected to the higher forces. You keep your mind, heart, and open to the influence of those higher forces, and you relinquish your definition of being small and limited. You invite the guidance and inspiration in. You welcome the new thoughts and perceptions, larger perspectives and possibilities, and you are divinely led. And we're all being divinely led right now for the higher purpose, and on the intimate individual level, remain divinely led. That is literally how to be and stay in divine flow. This has been the divine flow, how to be and stay in divine flow. Have a great rest of the day. Take care. Bye bye.